Hello? Hello? That's weird. Can you hear me now? Great. Yeah, I think the problem was I was messing around with this PC and was redoing some settings and stuff in OBS, and yeah, so I kind of messed it up, apparently. So, hello, Misfits. Welcome. Thanks for joining. Hello, Cosmic Ray. I'll have to, I will bring that up in a moment. Can you hear me now? Great. Hello, Tariq. It's been a long time. Welcome. Thanks for joining. Hello, Wiley Site. Yeah, so yeah, that's what I get for messing around. Yeah, I might do this on a different computer, the stuff I was messing around with. But yeah, so it's been a couple weeks, but hopefully I am going to attempt to, I don't know. I need to just do live streams, even if it's the weather isn't permitting. Just there's other things to discuss and go over. So let's. I haven't gotten the Seestar going, so I will do that in a. How about this? Can you hear me now? That's weird. Can you hear me? Testing 1, 2, 3. Good. I was boy, this is the problem when I don't stream for a bit. I have all these technical snafus. Cool. Yeah, the problem was yeah, it was more messed up than I realized. Okay, so let's, since this might take a little bit of time, let me get to Starfront. We can, what? Wow. That's fantastic. My browser locked up. Yes. All right. That might have been the problem. Actually, it was a different problem, but you're right. It was probably a scene change. The good thing is there's basically only two scenes I use. This one and then the one in the beginning. I'll have to take a look at that as soon as I figure out what the heck I'm doing here. All right, So okay. So let me go. Oh wow, 30-second frames. That's awesome. I'm still using ALP, unfortunately. Or I shouldn't say unfortunately. Well, it is unfortunately, because I would prefer to do everything in one program. Let me turn something on here. All right, so I think I need to restart something. Give me a moment. In the meantime, I'll go back to this. Okay, so all right. Yeah, the problem is I should have spent time doing this before the stream, but I was trying to get the Newtonian. I was having some issues that I thought was related to a light leak, and it turns out that was a factor, but the biggest problem I had was some neighbors, multiple neighbors had, for various reasons, hadn't previously had lights on in their backyards, but now do, and it was shining off some other buildings and the light was coming in, and so I got not a dew shield, but something along those lines. So let me see. Okay. Okay. So, let me see what's up in the sky. I think I'm going to try NGC 6960 at Starfront, which is part of the Veil Nebula. So let me get that going. It's been vacant for most of the summer. Yeah, I think that's exactly what happened with one of the lights. I think it was a house that was for sale, and they ended up the house got sold, and people were recently. Is this the right one? Sorry, I've got this. Okay. I've got a old TV off screen that I'm trying to get an extra display here locally. It's not even a big TV, it's smaller than some people's monitors. Cool. Got it. Good evening, Stephen Fox. Welcome. It's been a while. More on my side, I'm sure. Oh man, that's annoying. Yeah, well, the thing that's interesting is we don't really have street lights here, but and the lights aren't going into my backyard. They're just shining on other people's houses, and then so it's just kind of all the different buildings you sometimes see on the live streams. They're a little bit more lit up than they had been. And I'm afraid it's probably not going to get better because the weather's getting nicer here in Texas, and so people tend to spend more time outside in the evening and stuff. So I have a feeling it's not going to get any better. All right. So let's try this. And hopefully it won't get confused. So this is the Seestar at Starfront. I don't have the S30 running locally because I just realized before, like an hour ago or less, that I had knocked the power cord out, and so it was on, and so it drained, and so I was like, so not tonight, unfortunately. What am I looking for? Sorry, I'm trying to find this program. Oh, there it is. I'm so baffled because I had this installed. Oh, don't tell me. So one of these programs that helpfully puts an icon. Yeah. It's interesting. An app I installed and I can't. What in the world? That's interesting. I think what I'm going to do is restart the back end. Ideally, I wouldn't have to do this, but it's clearly a little confused. All right, so hopefully this will come up soon. Always happens. It used to be more of a mess until I, yeah. Oh, what is cosmic ray? What are you imaging now? Okay. It's very, very frustrating when. All right, so what? Okay, that's promising. Okay, wow. Well, that popped in. Nice. Took a bit longer than I had hoped, but let me move this over here. And actually, I can make it. What I can do is I'll put this over here, and then I'll move the Discord video over there. Awesome. Well, that was unexpected. Oh, wow. I have not yet had an issue on my Newtonian, but I don't leave the telescope out overnight. I haven't left it out overnight, and we have the highest humidity like before sunrise, so I haven't had to run into it. But if I am going to run into it, it will be in the upcoming weeks and months, because as the weather gets cooler, sometimes I remember like having to run the dew heater on the Seestar because it would be near the deep dew point in the evening sometimes. So I don't know yet. Hopefully it won't be a big problem, but I will be finding out. Well, that was nice. I mean, so this is at Starfront. It's interesting. It's a few degrees cooler, the sensor. Not a lot, but just a few. It's 120 gain, and this claims the light pollution filter is off. Let me double check that, because it's pretty sure I had the light pollution filter on. I don't know why it's dropping so many frames. No, light pollution filter's on. That's wrong. I don't know why it says it's off, but it's on. Definitely on. All right, so now I need to figure out how to get to the Newtonian so I can get that going. Let's see. Let's try this. Oh. Sorry. Didn't mean to do that. Oh, wow. That's really good. Did you do any extra polar alignment to get that? Like, did you do extra, like polar align more than once to get it even closer? Okay, nice. Did 3 PA. Okay, good to know. It's one thing I haven't really done much of. And here we are. Let me move this off screen while I finish setting it up. Oh, yeah. Second one, third just validated. That's cool. Yeah, I need to try that. I need to try doing multiple polar alignments with my Seestar. Okay. Sorry, I'm looking east northeast. Yeah. That's pretty good. To be getting good results on 30-second exposures. I mean, I've heard of people getting good results with 30-second. I need to get them to repolar align my scope at Starfront. Speaking of which, you can see the red they're working on the in the building. Let me look at my list. Anybody have any suggestions for targets on the Newtonian? Everything got, hopefully it won't be too rough to start. Let's see. Let us see. Okay, I have a list of targets. Unfortunately, several of them I did a few weeks ago, and those targets are no longer visible in my backyard. They're still up, but my terrible backyard. Ooh, did not mean to do that. Okay. Right. Because, yeah, if it's... I could see that. Alright, so... because this is the Newtonian, I don't... I need to find a target. Hopefully next time I stream, it'll be a little earlier. I'm going to try I've done this before, I know, but I'm going to try the cocoon again. And hopefully with the filter and the light leaks hopefully under control and this giant shield, dew-type shield, hopefully that will keep things a little in better shape. All right, let me... Oh, and I need to check. All right. All right. Forgot I have almost there. Cool. I'm just getting every... Whoa. Okay, cool. Oh. All right. All right, all right. Okay, so I'm... Okay, cool. Unfortunately, I just realized that... Oh, okay. Yeah. Cool. I realized that I had left the rear patio light on, so I was causing myself issues. I'm kind of troubled that there's this light up here, but I'm not going to be able to do anything about it tonight. Whoa, look at... What in the world? Let's see. I need to add this to my... Wow, look at the moon. That looks cool. It's nice and low. That's good. Yeah. I mean... Yeah. Okay. It looks more dramatic than it is. So let's go back to this. And I am going to go to the Cocoon Nebula. Give it a go. Okay. Wait a second. Whoa. Luckily I have this camera set up. You can't see it, it's off screen, but the scope went somewhere really unclear where it was going. The good thing is this plate solving is not the problem it used to be with some of the other scopes. Oh, no. Because even with this light pollution filter, what is going on? Okay. All right. So let's plate solve. Okay. Said it was off by 1 degree. That doesn't seem much. So why did I type in the wrong object? No. It says it's past the meridian? Oh yeah. Thanks for the reminder, Star Traveler. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It does help these live streams a lot. You know what happened? I think I might have done something with my stellarium. Okay. There's something strange going on. Why does it think it's past the meridian? It is not past the meridian. Well, let me move this off screen and try to figure that out. Very strange. Oh, hello Mundus Finit. How's it going? Thanks for joining. So what does it think? Let's find another target that is definitely not on the other side of the meridian. It makes no sense. I don't get why this thinks. Let's try this. I'm really at a loss. This is looking really cool. I think that's the butterfly, which is that the one by the Pelican Nebula? All right. Oh. It's clearly been a long week. I was like, the Crescent Nebula is definitely not. I'm looking at it right there. You know, there is a difference between the word crescent and cocoon. It's the Cocoon Nebula. That's not... Anyway, the crescent is past the meridian. Never mind. I will image the cocoon, but I ended up picking NGC 7662, which is the blue snowball. And it's kind of tiny, but it's definitely there. Might as well try to do some exposures on this. Bring this down to 212 or 210. Anyway, obviously it's been a long day or something. All right. Okay. Cool. So let me go start this going. Oh, turn it to second. So I'm doing something different with this guide scope. I'm using I'm using the ZWO guide scope I had instead of the off-axis guider, but I'm using the same camera, so we'll see how this works. Light leaking. Yeah, the light leak should be better, but the bigger problem is I still have to figure. I want to try to. I need to do some imaging tonight to figure out if the other bigger issue of the light coming in through the front end, and so that's why I got kind of the dew shield. So hopefully it's better. But we shall see. Oof. I probably need to recalibrate it but I'm not doing that right this second. And it does not look like it. Oh boy. Let me double check with the camera if the thing is still in place. The other thing I ended up doing is, since I took the camera out of the off-axis guider, I ended up forcing the I didn't end up taking the off-axis guider off, but what I did is I ended up didn't take the off-axis guider, but I did end up pushing the prism out of the way, so there shouldn't be any of those kind of issues, but this is kind of disappointing. So one thing I plan on doing, so we're probably there's probably going to be some nice weather for the next few nights, tomorrow night and Sunday night, but I need to spend some time messing around with this. So I may do one live stream and then another where I'm just kind of messing with this, or I might actually try something new where kind of when I wasn't streaming the last few days, I did an experiment where I was able to stream from the backyard, without dealing with connectivity problems. I mean, my image would possibly go dark if the Wi-Fi wasn't good, but actually, I take it back. I know what I'm going to do. Yeah, exactly. And it's kind of frustrating. It's a blue snowball. So, okay, I think we're going to move on to the Cocoon Nebula, not the Crescent Nebula. So let's try, let me switch auto. And actually, this is kind of a, let me reduce the exposure here a bit. It's one thing I forget, that some of these brighter targets I almost don't need to stack to see some detail. So let me, okay. It's kind of an interesting little thing. All right, so, but it's pretty tiny. So let's go on to the Cocoon Nebula, not the Crescent. So IC 5146. Gonna stop guiding while I do this, and let's go. Meanwhile, let's check in on, this is doing nicely. And okay. All right. All right. Cool. That's looking pretty nice. The butterfly, I believe. The closest, I mean, besides our sun, I mean, Alpha Centauri, Proxima Centauri. Yeah, yeah, I figured. Yeah. Unless you were trying to do a trick question. Alpha Centauri is, I don't think you can see Proxima Centauri, which is technically the closest. Although I don't know, and Alpha Centauri, is it even visible from the northern hemisphere? Yeah, it wouldn't be visible from most. Like, it gets as high as, like, it's below the horizon here, or like right at it. So I wouldn't be able to see it here. And yeah, it would be bright enough to see. So that would be the brightest. So one of the stars of the same star system that's the closest to Earth is actually visible, just not from the northern hemisphere, or from most of the northern hemisphere, from Central America, probably most of a lot of Mexico, it would be pretty low. Central America, and of course the southern hemisphere. All right, let me check this. Okay, let's zoom out. Let me make sure that... Okay, cool. We are... Let me check the guiding. Oh, not bad. I'm really kind of annoyed though about the light leak. So maybe next time I'll do a live stream and do it from the backyard. But I'll be showing the sea stars, but I'll be fiddling around with the Newtonian trying to fix this light leak issue, or whatever the problem is. Yeah, the shield's on. I'm looking at it. I mean, it is kind of bright out there, but... And the thing that's weird is, as someone pointed out to me, I didn't have that initially. That issue initially. So frustrating. And I don't even know where this issue is. This isn't my photo, by the way. This was just random Windows photo. Sorry, looking at something real quick here. sorry. I was texting my mother. Oh, Damien K. Welcome. Thanks for dropping in. I love your videos. I love your telescopes. I aspire to have one of those telescopes one of these days. Not anytime soon, but yeah, Damien K does some pretty neat videos with a very large Newtonian, or not Newtonian, Dobsonian. Definitely should check those out. But yeah, thanks for. It's been a while. I recall you popping in once or twice, or saying hi a couple times in the past. So thanks for stopping by. Yeah, no, I know how it goes. I watch a lot, but you know, a lot of people do some of the same stuff, and you've got the not just a very large Dobsonian, but also doing like planetary stuff with it. It's like really pretty neat. Really enjoy it. So yeah, that's I think is your largest scope a 24-inch, or do you have a larger one? I forget. I saw your picture of your scope on the Hubble Optics website. But yeah, they're pretty neat. Every once in a while I take a look at those scopes. Biggest one I have right now is an 8-inch Newtonian, which I am struggling with light leak issues right now, or maybe not even light leak. It might be, I'm not sure exactly what it is, but that is unusable. Yeah, that makes, yeah. But yeah, I really like the planetary stuff, and where you've imaged things, where you've done live stacks on the. So do you have one of the? Is the one you have? Does it have a go-to mount? I mean, I know that it's a platform. And how long can those like track for? Because I've always, many years ago, like decades ago, I had thought about getting like a tracking platform and a Dobsonian, but never did. Maybe one day. Okay, cool. Yeah, it is interesting. Yeah. Every time I look at those scopes, I'm always very intrigued by them, and then I see videos like yours, and I see the results. Because I don't like talking about other people's channels without dropping a link. That's Damien's YouTube channel. Oh, nice. Oh, wow. No, that is awesome. I mean, especially for a big scope like that. I mean, what kind of Bortle do you have? Oh, on the 24. Nice. What kind of what Bortle do you have where you live? Because I have terrible light pollution. I'm in Bortle 9 or 9000, as it sometimes feels like. But yeah, 20-second subs for a 24-inch scope. That would be awesome. super frustrated with this. What could... Yeah, it's, yeah. Yeah, he got some nice videos. Yeah. Oh, Bortle 6. Nice. Oh, that's good. That's cool. Yeah, see, I'm Bortle 9, and it's not getting any better here. But unfortunately, I have no plans to move, but I've thought about getting a place out in the country, but we'll see if that ever happens. But I did send this Seestar. So this on the right is actually just a Seestar, and but it's at a Starfront Remote Observatory in Central Texas, so it's like Bortle 1, 2. So yeah, you so put yourself to sleep. Yeah. Oh yeah, so another one. Yeah, the images are just amazing. It's really impressive. And it's always interesting seeing people who have scopes that are, I mean, different, not just bigger, but bigger definitely, like that, and just seeing the kind of things, because I've been kind of surprised with my scope, sometimes how quickly with the new, because I had gone from like using a Seestar and like a small refractor to going to an 8-inch Newtonian, f4 Newtonian, and so like it's sometimes a bit surprising to me how quickly things show up on the screen. I mean, in the image, and I can't even imagine a 24-inch. Yeah, it is very tough. Yeah, no, it's I've been watching your videos for a while, actually. I don't know if it was before I started my channel a couple years ago or if it was after. But I could probably find it in the history, but I don't know, because like the planetary ones I always thought were really cool. I like all of it actually, but oh, nice. Oh, cool. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I've talked about, I've thought about having a bigger Newtonian. I mean, the 8-inch is kind of, I've really enjoyed it, but I do think at some point I'm gonna get a bigger one. And so one of the things I'd actually been looking at was Hubble optics, not a 24-inch, but maybe a 16. So I'm kind of, yeah, I'll have to look into it more. I might ask you questions about it on your drop comments on your videos asking about some things, because I'm definitely it's definitely something I've looked at a few times on their website. So that would be but yeah, collimating a big scope, that would be interesting. I mean, and I can't even imagine, like, I struggle sometimes with my 8-inch. Now granted, I'm like trying to put it on the mount. I think that's the part I have the hardest time with. Yeah, no, it's great. Yeah, I'd love it to forge. Yeah, yeah, and if you've hold on a second, if you haven't, oops, I'm looking at your channel. It's I haven't done my obligatory plug. There's also, if you do Discord, I have I have a Discord server, and like Star Traveler said, just about every night someone's out there or on the server streaming. And then there's we do have a couple people sometimes, like one in Australia and sometimes New Zealand. So the time zones. So we get at least my night and sometimes early morning here. But yeah, if you do Discord, you should check it out. The more the merrier. And for anybody else watching, if you haven't joined the Discord, it's we talk about astronomy things, share photos, discuss hardware and advice. I know I say this all the time. I've definitely, like when I got on the Newtonian, I had a small Newtonian many years ago, and so asked people's opinions on certain things, and so it's a nice forum. Hello, Rick and Morty. Yeah, it seems like Alberta's had a rough summer, catching fire every other day. It does seem like, because a lot of it's been blowing down into the U.S. Yeah, that's kind of rough. 10 minutes on the Veil. Nice. I need to bring that up. Yeah, so like these two sessions on the right are not mine. These are people on Discord, Cosmic Ray and Wiley's site, who are sharing. Okay. 80 pounds. Yeah, one thing I have noticed is since I've been moving the Newtonian around, I feel like it's been helping my strength, because I usually just sit in front of a computer, so is there a screw? Yeah, I don't know. Did I mention I actually had this fence work done, and there was an old post that didn't get taken down, and I might use that. That wouldn't be enough for a 16-inch scope, but I might slap a mount on that. Yeah, yeah. It's been all over. Let me Star Traveler. This was something Stephen Fox posted on the Discord server, taken with a Seestar in New Zealand, of Sculptor Galaxy, NGC 253. That looks really awesome. Cool. Sorry, I'm getting sidetracked. I'm self-sidetracking or something. Okay, so Star Traveler. Yeah, I just pulled up the Star Traveler doing a focus run. Okay, that's not too bad. That's not too bad, because that's about the weight of the Newtonian. The 8-inch Newtonian with the camera and everything is probably at least 25 pounds. Yeah, he's now. Yeah, no, that's fine. I've got it up at least now. But that's good to know about the 16-inch. And that would be double the aperture than Newtonian I have, or 4 times the light. So that could be nice. Yeah. Yeah, that is the interesting thing. Like, a lot of people do all the different software people are using, ASI Airs, mini PCs, just random software written by random people on the internet. And then, yeah, K-Stars, Ecos. Yeah. Yeah, that looks... Which scope are you running, Star Traveler? It's the refractor with Is it at 60 millimeters? That looks really neat. I love the wide fields of view. I think I need something also with a wider field of view than what I have now. Now what? I really like this butterfly. And Caldwell 37, which I guess is a star cluster. That's cool. I am just, you know, the other thing I might do is sorry, I'm looking at the Newtonian and it's acting weird. That's cool. Yeah. That's good to know. Because at one point I thought of getting like a like some kind of Schmidt-Cassegrain screen, like a C8 or a C11 even, but I don't know. I'd also thought about, you know, do you have so this is does it come with, or do you have like a coma corrector, or what do you do on that front? Easier setup. That's interesting. Yeah, yeah, exactly. It's although it would also be a substitute for, well, no, I mean, definitely helps with the strength. Sorry, I'm just looking at the Newtonian. I might have to. Okay. Okay, that's good to know. That makes sense. That yeah, you wouldn't have much coma with at F15. But yeah, I was looking at getting a Starizona Nexus for mine as well. What do you think of it? I mean, I've seen good reviews of it, but how long have you had it, and what do you think of it? Oh man, it's like, I can't believe this thing is looking so bad, the Newtonian. Wonder. Let me try something real quick here. It's like, and what I still don't understand is, when when I first got the Newtonian, I wasn't having these issues. Nothing has changed. I'm using the same imaging train. I did see the light issues, but I don't see how. It is so weird. Looking up. Yeah, that would be rough. Okay. Get the collarless version. That's good to know. That is good to know. I didn't realize, but it makes sense that there is a collarless version. Cool. Thanks for the advice. Cuz yeah, that could be a problem if you can't get enough back focus. I mean, if you're constrained, which I might be, with at least one scope. Yeah, sorry, I'm just fiddling around with the Newtonian off camera, because I'm just trying different settings to see if I can try to reduce the gradient, but I am at a loss. Oh, that's right. Yeah, so I have the SV Bony 220 7nm. That's what I'm using on the Newtonian. But this the 3mm is very intriguing. I mean 3nm. Did I say 3nm or millimeter? 3nm. Well, yeah, Bortle 3 does help. I mean, the amount of detail you're getting in here, like the different, like very fine structure and filament, like very wispy parts are coming through, like over here, and then all these down here. It's really that's really impressive. Yeah. Yeah, it was like, what, just under 300 or something? $290, nice. So if I zoom in enough, you don't see the gradient as much. So I need to just image smaller things towards the center of the frame. This is M2. I need to. It's really bothering me. The reason I picked M2 is because it was like a different part of the sky, but the issue is still there, which makes me wonder, is there some other problem? What else did I change with the scope? Yeah, that cluster was from the Newtonian. It's like you can see when I zoom out, I was trying different background subtraction methods to see if any of them helped at all, just to try to tone it down a little bit, but nothing, not enough. So I'm just trying to think of what could possibly have changed. I mean, that light changed from neighbors, but surely that's not the only issue. See, now I'm starting to question if it is the issue. It seemed like it was, but I don't know. I should go to a different target here before it meridian flips, and don't want to have to deal with that. Just at such a loss. All right, I'm picking another target. I might go out there just to check on it. I don't know. Maybe I'll wait till later after the stream. I'm just trying to figure out where that light is coming from. Oh, hello, Otto. Good evening. Thanks for joining. Yeah, I mean, I did wrap a lot of it with like blackout kind of paper, so I guess that would be the only thing, would be to really kind of wrap it even more. I'm just trying to think, is there like, I just cannot. And the other thing is like that the kind of dew shield. I hesitate to call it a dew shield, but because it's not for the dew. I mean, I didn't put it there for the dew, but it's like, it's got like a felt type material on the inside, and it's like it didn't change it at all. Which makes me wonder. Sorry, I'm just, again, fiddling with the Newtonian. Story of my life. You know what I should do? I'm going to try an experiment here with the Newtonian off screen. Is this even still imaging? Or did it finish? That's awkward. Yeah, it finished. All right, let's find another target for the for this Seestar. Let me look at my list of targets. Oh, let's see. Seven. Yeah, I'll try that. It might be too small, but I'm going to try this. All right. All right. It's a galaxy, small galaxy, so it'll be interesting to see how it looks, but there's a lot of dust around it. Oh, hello, Mehmet. Welcome. Thanks for joining. I hate it when that happens. That has happened to me where I'm like, oh my gosh, I was watching something and I'm like, did they upload the video like poorly encoded? And then I realized it was me. That was about 8 pixels. Nice. Oh man. Yeah. That's funny. I looked like block art or something. Pixel art. The image will over here will refresh in a little bit once it gets a few more, or at least one more frame. And if it doesn't, I'll have to restart it. I like that. I think I might have to do something with that 8-bit astronomy. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm trying to... Basically, I switched the Newtonian to a higher gain to try to see the this light real time, and then try to move the scope around to see if I can notice any rhyme or reason to it. Nothing like troubleshooting a telescope that's located about 100 feet away from you that you can see but can't do anything with it. Yeah, that would be awesome. I was actually thinking that when I was looking at your image here, that would be really cool to do a mosaic with that. Which are you doing 60 millimeter on the ASCAR? Oh, okay, 60 millimeter. Nice. Hello, Roland. Good evening. S50 and S30. I mean, they're both great scopes. Right here, this is with an S50, and this right here is done with an S30. I mean, it's still pretty early, but it produces really nice results too. I mean, the S30 has total focal length of Star Traveler scope. Yeah, S30. Yeah, it's so the S30, it's smaller aperture, wider field. But it's got a better sensor. It's got a newer sensor, so I feel like the images it produces are better. But it's still kind of hard to tell, you know, all things being equal. But I guess the question would be, what are you looking at doing with it? What kind of things do you want to image with it? If you want to do an S30 or S50, I mean, the wider field of the S50 can be nice for some things, but for other things, it's, yeah. I mean, plus to add further, they might be refreshing them. I'm not sure. Like the S50's been out for a while, and there were stories of an S50N coming out, but I don't know when that's going to happen. So, but they're both good. I mean, I have one of each. So, well, I have two S50s and one S30. There's a story behind that, but I like both of them, and I do like the S30, and plus it has the secondary camera. So, like if you do sun and moon stuff, I find it easier because you can always check with the wide angle camera. But yeah, okay, it's 270 millimeter. Celestron Smart Scope. I have not. I've seen some people talk about it, but I don't recall if anybody, maybe somebody had it that showed up in chat once. Okay, the S50N is in the source code, so who knows when that'll come out. But if they didn't retool anything but just swapped out the sensor, then that would probably be worth getting over the stock S50. Then that would kind of make S30 versus S50N kind of a harder decision. But they're both good. I feel like they're both good. But it also, I guess, depends on what kind of things you might want to image. Spend your way how to buy. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you can get great results with a lot of things, and a lot of people, yeah, DSLR mirrorless camera and a good lens, you can get some nice results. S50 Pro, S30 Pro with a 580. Has anyone, besides in the source code, has anyone seen any other mention of the S50 Pro? Because they showed off the S30 Pro. Yeah, I have a lens similar to that. I have a Sigma 150 to 600. And I got some great images of the moon with it, and some other things up close. I mean, I used it for the solar eclipse recently, and I need to use the mirrorless some more on my scopes. I have an adapter for it. I just haven't started with a Canon. Yeah, I mean, and you look at even like, you know, a lot of bigger YouTube channel, astronomy YouTube channels. A lot of them, if you go back far enough, they started with DSLR mirrorless. Right. I know there are adapters for some lenses to attach astro cameras to them, because I was looking at getting one but I haven't yet. Yeah. Yeah, mine has the variable focal length too. I mean, f-stop. Okay, yeah. And Builder got some really amazing results. Was it? No, I'm pretty sure it was. I mean, allegedly. I don't know that. No one's like they showed it at a trade show, but I don't think anybody's reviewed it yet because they haven't. They're getting closer to shipping it, I guess, but I haven't seen any reviews about it. It is kind of interesting with this setting where I have it. I have the gain cranked up, but it's 125 milliseconds, so it's like 8 frames per second. But when I was slewing it, it looks kind of cool where it's like. Let me make it a little slower, and then I just see random things tumble through the. But watching it. I don't know. I was getting it kind of right. Yeah, that's true. I forgot you actually were right there next to one. You and Jay Kelly. Forgot about that. But yeah, so like people have seen it, but they haven't been able to. I mean, because it's in the same shell. Nobody's been able to, that I know of, has been able to, or if anybody has, they're under NDA. Oh, nice, thanks. Yeah, and if you haven't checked it out, if you haven't joined, we do have a Discord server. If you do Discord, and because we do, a lot of people. It's a good place to talk about gear or share photos or ask advice. Yeah, we'll see. They keep delaying, or not keep delaying. Like they push it out quite a bit, so we shall see. Yeah. All right. Really? So someone had one? Or was it them and they were supervising it? Okay, CWO was there. That makes sense. Okay, what doesn't make sense is I changed targets, and why am I not able to see it? I need to talk to whoever wrote this program. All right. I was getting sidetracked by trying to fix that out. They vibe coded most of it. Yeah, exactly. Sounds really sketch. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That would be cool. I mean, you got results so quickly. I mean, you could do like a quick mosaic, a few minutes each panel, and just see how it looks. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah. It's fine. It's Discord's not everybody's cup of tea. I know. I know. I certainly have gotten frustrated, and plenty of others have gotten frustrated. Yeah, I mean, well, especially like seeing how quickly you were getting results. Yeah, I doing kind of a quick mosaic would be just kind of see how it looks and if it's worth doing. Yeah, 2x3 or 2x4. All natural colors. um, yeah, that would be worth. I mean, you get results so quickly, it would be worth a try. Hmm. Okay. There we go. Yeah, so it's an area with a bunch of galaxies, and a lot of dust. But I guess I saw this one kind of, but that's way too small. So I might pick another target then. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Um, Nano banana. I forget nano banana. Yeah, I honestly haven't used any photo editor that has that built in, and I haven't used Photoshop in a long time, but I know some other people do. Um, but yeah, I don't know how it would impact things. Dang it. Sorry, I'm still trying to troubleshoot the Newtonian thing. The thing that's bothering me, so the dew shield, fine. That wasn't that'll be useful for other reasons. But I'm panning around the scope and I'm not. There's a project. Let me check. It's a. Let's see. It's. Huh. Yeah, I haven't used it. Yeah, sorry. What's the default dither? The default dither is 50 pixels every, I don't know how many frames. One thing I know people have been doing is increasing the dither using ALP to like 200 pixels. Okay, so the default is 50 every 5 frames, but people have been increasing it to much more just because of what do you call it? Especially if you have it in equatorial, it can help with some of the noise, apparently. Yeah, 200 every 5 frames. I've been starting to do that. I think it does help. So as I'm moving the scope around, the light issues don't seem to matter or change much when I point it at different areas of the sky. Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out this Newtonian. don't get it. I do not get it. All right, I'm trying one more thing with the Newtonian. And then whoa, I love it. Sometimes I'm like way behind on the chat, or I'm not on the chat, and then suddenly YouTube like throws a bunch at me. 3 messages, walking noise, yeah. Yeah, I mean I've had no luck above. Okay. If you're using Nana Banana, make sure you talk to chat or oh right. Have it yeah, have the Chat GPT or Gemini what do you call it? Help engineer the prompt. That makes sense. Okay, nice. Talk to chat, yeah. Oh, hey. Right. That makes sense. Nice. Yeah, I have not used a dwarf. I'm not sure if... honestly, I haven't looked at them in a while. I know some other people might know more about them. At one point I was thinking of getting a Dwarf 3, but I never did. Right. Yeah. Well, and plus, Wiley Site's using is using an S50, so like narrower field of view, so even more tricky. God. Flying at Red Lobster, cheddar bay biscuits. Nice. Oh my gosh. Oh, that doesn't seem like a good idea. You know what the really funny thing was? Speaking of getting random emails from a bank in Australia, the one that got me is I got contacted by a legitimate real estate agent in New York. More than once they've sent me an email asking me if I was willing to sell my apartment in this building. I don't have an apartment in New York. I don't know how they attached my name. I don't even know how they got my name, and I don't know how they attached it to this apartment that's like $3 million. Yeah, I don't know any people who have that much money who would have just like given me an apartment without, I mean, like, how? Anyway, I'm still baffled by it. Like, about once a year I get an email from them saying, hey, you have this unit in this apartment, and I looked it up. I'm just like, I never responded, but they still keep sending me email. Nice. About time you got a job. Nice. Yeah, exactly. I've been holding out. Apparently I've been holding out on myself because I don't even know anything about this apartment. I'm like, was it when I went out drinking some point? I don't know. Somebody, I don't even know. Like, how did those wires get crossed? I have no idea. I mean, I spent a lot of time in New York years ago, but how my name got attached, I mean, as far as I know, I didn't look up the property record. Yes, it took not refundable deposit. Nice. Yeah. Yeah, it's so bizarre. Cause it like I started getting the emails, I think. It kind of lines up when I was still going to New York, but yeah, I think I would have remembered spending that much money that I don't have on an apartment in New York. But they're convinced that I own it. I'm just like, okay. And every time I get the email, I look at it again. I'm like, how does this happen? And I dig through my email. I'm like, when did this start? And anyway, it's very strange. Yeah. Maybe, yeah. Yeah, watch. It's like some person I ran into at some point, or yeah, I don't even know. I'm just, it's baffling. Like, I don't have any family, don't know anybody that wealthy that would just, anyway. Oh, nice. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I started looking into it, and I couldn't, like, in Houston, in Texas, I've had better luck looking up the records, but I was trying to figure out, yeah. Yeah, because I'm really curious. It would be, I mean, maybe there was someone with the same name. I mean, my name isn't completely unique, but it was so bizarre. And it would be one thing if it was like a small thing, or if it was like some kind of spam, but it would, I mean, scam or something. But it's like, I looked up the broker, and they're like a legitimate broker, and they deal with apartments in that area, and they just, yeah, I don't know. Cosmic Ray now in Poconos. New York royalties. Yeah. No, but it was like, it was a real realtor. It wasn't like, and it was from their actual like domain, and it was just like an inquiry, like one of those ones where, and I know that they do this in New York, where if they have a buyer, they'll like reach out to people and say, you know, are you willing to sell? But yeah, I don't know how they got my name on it. I definitely need to look into it. Because I'm also kind of, yeah, I'm just so baffled. Regulars and equipment. Yeah, that would be cool. Oh, okay. Kiwi Ray. Cool. Nice. Yeah, there's something. This Newtonian is really... One thing I was going to do is pick a different target for Starfront, because this one's kind of... The galaxy's too small, although you can kind of see now. It's one of those kind of irregular ones, but it's way too small. All right. Yeah, anonymized. Yeah. Hello, Para. Welcome. Thanks for joining. You know, one thing oh, that's what I want to do. Let me do the Heart of the Heart nebula. I've been trying to get that, but had some issues. So that should stop this target and move on. Hopefully. Maybe, maybe not. Hold on a second. My laptop's about to run out of battery. Which isn't the streaming computer, but it's the one I am using for a lot of other stuff. Alright, there we go. Alright. Alright, so let's try this again. Will this actually go, or did I confuse things? Hold on. Oh, that's why. Didn't actually stop. Oh, that's why. Never mind. It's complicated. It's basically, I'm using ALP, I'm using ESC. It stopped the stacking on the Seestar itself, but it has no concept. ESC has no concept of the schedule, so it didn't stop that. So ALP was refusing to do the next target. Anyway, skill issue. All right, cool. Now that should work. Cool. Okay, only 2x3. Nice. Yeah, I need to. That's a good observation. I need to check that out. Yeah, that was. Yeah, it's funny though. Like, I've been to Seattle once, and the time I was there, it was like 70 degrees and not a cloud in the sky. So, just never know. Yeah, yeah. All right. So I'm kind of at a loss here. Whatever is causing that light issue is, I'm not sure what it is. It's very strange. All right, sorry. Oh, nice. Yeah. Try London. Yeah, that was spotlights. Ouch. Look, Vatico. Yeah, he does get plenty. Or he does. Yeah, supposedly. Yeah, hopefully they do actually ship it. I mean, we're at the end of September, so it's only that, like, that's starting in 3 months, maybe. Sunday potential. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, that's moves next door and yeah, hi Misfits 12, 15. Welcome. Thanks for joining. I don't know where I got 12. My brain has been not firing on all cylinders today. It has not. You know what? I think I'm gonna do. Yeah, you'd think people would start getting like, yeah, preview, review kind of units. Oh, I get it. Ouch. Yeah. Have something show up and yeah, everybody starts getting bad weather. That would be fun. I mean I wouldn't be opposed to it. Yeah, if he likes that. Yeah, exactly. How's the Newt doing? Not well. I now have an even bigger mystery. Because let me bring this up on screen. Like you can't, I mean you can tell like there's the light here and down here. And I was pretty sure it was like what could it possibly Oh. I just had a couple thoughts on some things to try out. But it seems to be independent of where the telescope is pointed, which isn't making a lot of sense. Because I taped up everything where it could possibly leak. So I'm kind of at a loss. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, there's been more rain than not. Yeah. Yeah, but it's not available for order yet though. But like they have it on the page up on it. Yeah, the last public update. Yeah, because they were like radio silent. It was going into June. People started asking questions, and then they're like, "Oh, January." Yeah. Cool. Well, glad you're here, Misfits. Cloud gun. Wow, that's funny. Yeah. Yeah, I don't get it. I don't. Okay. Thanks Damien. Thanks for dropping by. Have a good rest of your day. Yeah. Internal reflections. Yeah, I need to look at that. But the weird thing is it didn't when I first got it, it wasn't having these issues. And I can't think of what changed. It's pretty much the same setup it's been. That's so bizarre. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I need to see what I need to do is I need to rotate the camera so I know the alignment of it relative to the scope and then see what edge of the sensor is getting the light, and then maybe that'll help me narrow it down if it isn't some kind of reflection or some other maybe there's something that I missed. Maybe there's some light shining somewhere that I missed. Let me try something. Right. Let me try something. I'm just messing around with some other settings. Yeah, I mean, one thing that's kind of interesting is it's one where amateurs can actually help professionals, like more than I feel like some of the other sciences. I think I'm going to have to fiddle around with this after the stream's over because it's really bugging me. Yeah, it's quite the mystery. Got some, like, is it high clouds or fog? Cosmic ray? What? Anyway, sorry, this Newtonian, the Newtonian issues are really bugging me. Because I can't think of anything that would have changed. Yeah, thin clouds. Better than the new two. Yeah, I haven't given up on it. I mean, you would get better results than I would just because of your skies, but that was part of the reason why I got it, was so I could get decent results. Even in spite of my light pollution. I'm looking at a live feed of the scope, and I'm just trying to figure out where the issue could be. Very baffling. All right. Let's see if there's a different target that I could try. Yeah, exactly. Yep. I would hate to. Yeah, exactly. Okay. Yeah. Thanks. Thanks for joining, Roland. Have a good rest of your evening. This is beyond. I know I'm getting impatient with things, but genuinely one thing oh, wait a second. Okay, great. Nice. Well, until next time then. Yeah, for 30-second exposures, those stars look pretty tight. Yeah, I mean, I really don't see any elongation that would point towards a tracking issue, so you must have just got it yeah, they're super dim, but yeah, I mean, 30 seconds, that looks pretty reasonable to me. Nice. I really like Pac-Man. That's always a cool target. And the colors, getting some good colors there. Yeah, with loads of flocking paper. But I just can't figure out where the light might be coming from. Like, there's something. There's definitely something. Okay, that's still too low. I just noticed that the Pleiades has risen, but it's still kind of low. Just trying to thinking of, or maybe I'll keep it going. Let me see what I could image here. Let me try something here. All right. Yeah, I really have to. Believe it or not, I actually was looking at that, that black 3.0. Just paint everything. It's so expensive though. Is the nude flocked? I have to look. I think it's dark inside. I don't know that it's flocked per se. But that's what I need to get. It's kind of baffling right now. And I can't figure it out because when I was doing some testing outside, there definitely was a component that led me to believe that it was outside the scope from other buildings. But now I have this big dew shield on it, and it doesn't, and then just like slewing the scope around, it doesn't seem, the light doesn't seem to change. Well, that's good to know. Okay. Yeah, I don't remember, but again, the issue I'm having, I would expect it to be varying more if it, I don't know. Let me look at. No, that still doesn't make sense. Yeah, I don't know. I do not know. Yeah, 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 exactly. It's a scientific term. Very scientific. Yeah, I don't know. It's like I say, the other thing I think that is really confusing me is I definitely did not have this issue when I first got the scope. And I can't figure out why it would have just started at some point. Oh. Let me try something here. Yeah, sorry, I'm just checking something. Yeah, I keep thinking of like, well, what changed? And none of it makes sense. All right, give me a go back to the chat. Winkles per warning. Refuse to use symmetric. Nice. I'm also looking at like the images from when I first got it to try to figure out if something changed and at what point it changed. Oh. I hope this isn't the problem. I hope this isn't a problem, because that would be like one of the dumbest, frustrating. If this is the issue, I feel really stupid. But anyway, I got a Skywatcher Quattro. It's a gaming telescope, apparently. Yeah, apparently. Man, that M31 is looking awesome. From Cosmic Rays M31. That looks fantastic. Okay. The focuser is okay. I mean, it's been fine. It had some light leaks, but it turns out that might not have been my biggest issue. Jangle lights? No, not yet. No, this might be worse. It's a skill issue. Okay, see how terrible this is? This is M33. You could, yeah. It's so bad. It's gonna be good. Must be skill issue. Yeah. So see how bad that is. Okay, it's terrible. Just forgot about it. Yeah, if only it were something that. Yeah, so turns out I think I have a problem with my flats. Yeah, I think I need to shoot new flats. Yeah, I think that's the problem. Because I'm fiddling around with the flats and I like remove the flat and then suddenly the image wasn't as bad. Yeah, I think it's flats. So the moral, if that's true, the moral of the story is if you're starting to run into weird light issues that you think is a light leak, try reshooting your flats. Yeah, I'm live stacking with flats. SharpCap does it for you. But there's something, and I've had this issue. It was hardware guys, but again, skill issue. Oh, that's so annoying. Oh my gosh. If that ends up being the issue, see, this is why I need a light panel, because then I could reshoot the flats right now, but I don't have a panel. No, unfortunately, I don't. Shockingly. Yeah, but it definitely helped a lot to use flats. Feels like it might be more than that, but messing around with different stacks with flats, it seems like, with and without flats, it seems like that might be the biggest issue. So sometimes the simplest explanation, well, it's not always the most obvious, but the simplest, we'll see. The good thing is it's supposed to be clear. Well, let me double check, but at one point it was saying it was going to be clear tomorrow, so I'll have another shot with the Newtonian. And I'll be able to use the S30 as well, because I actually charged it up. Oh man, QoS. Ouch. Ouch. Yeah. That's rough. I'm just still fiddling around, seeing if there's something I can do that would make it better. But that's fine. I need to I want to disassemble the optical train, or the imaging train, and remove. I can hear the rain pouring. Ouch. It'll be clouded up. Let me check mine. But geez, that is so frustrating. Because I've been basically not happy with the images. Oh, that's good. Oh, right, yeah. That storm out there. Golly. Oh, it's up here. Okay, what does this say? Allegedly, oh, Starfront tomorrow. Yeah, the problem is without flats, it looks bad in a different way, which is the reason why I started using flats, because it really helped a lot. Yeah, Umberto for the storm off the Carolinas. It looks like tomorrow at Starfront, it might be clear to begin with, but then clouds rolling in. And Sunday night might be okay. And then it looks like allegedly next week it might be okay at Starfront, which is good. Now here, same thing where it might start off okay and then cloud up, which is annoying. But Sunday night looks fine here. So maybe I'll stream Sunday night. Monday is bad here. Tuesday looks, it might clear Tuesday, and then Wednesday, Thursday allegedly are going to be good next week here. And at Starfront, yeah, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday might be good. So we'll see. Yeah, I'm really frustrated by that. Super frustrated. But again, I'm not 100% sure if it is the flats, but messing around with it does kind of point towards that. Let me try imaging something a little higher in the sky without flats, see if that's workable. Because M33 is still kind of low, and because I've got terrible light pollution, the gradients are brutal. Of course, now a lot of things are past the meridian. I mean, triangulum is, I say it's low, it's 54 degrees above the horizon. I might just try, because it's really high. Yeah, I'm going to try Copeland's, the Blue Snowball Nebula. NGC 7662. NGC 7662. Copeland's Blue Snowball. It's one of those ones that has like several different names. Let's go back to my, man, it's almost pointing straight up, the scope. Yeah. Yeah, the Newtonians. Oh, nice. Yeah, that, it looks like a really nice scope. Really nice scope. Not spinning anymore. Well, you got 3 more months. January 1st. Yeah. Stop. Sorry. We're here to help, not. Very nice. M31. Actually, only 10 minutes? 11 minutes? It's pretty good. Very nice on the S30. Right. We're here to listen, not judge. Exactly. Nice. That would be cool. Oh, interesting. Loose focuser. And be filter on your financial statement. Yeah. Oh, man. do? Yeah, that's true. How many years ago now turn a profit? Yeah. So see, without a dark frame, it's got a different kind of light pattern. Yeah. Yeah, I see the gears turning. Nice. Hello, Scrapyard Dog. Welcome. Good morning. Thanks for joining. Now this is finally starting to get some detail. Finally. So the heart of the Heart Nebula. Super noisy, but oh well. Hello, FFA89. Good morning in the morning. Welcome. Thanks for joining. This is baffling. I mean, this with, I guess for certain targets that are brighter like this one, there's the blue snowball again. Like that's the, there are some light issues, but it's not as bad. I guess if if I made it brighter, it's more visible, but then kind of blows out the target, so it's okay. But are there other things that maybe I could try? Plus this specific target is really close to the meridian now. What would be a good one? Problem is there's a lot of targets that are on the other side of the meridian, and thus either behind a building or will be behind a building shortly. So so that's kind of unfortunate. Although yeah. I mean, the good news is if it was flats, I can fix the flats, and I've also fixed other maybe less significant problems that once I fix the flats will become more like basically patching light leaks and some other things. So hopefully that will help keep things or produce cleaner image once I finally get, assuming it is the flats. So we'll see. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Oh, yeah. Cool. Yeah, well, welcome. Thanks for dropping in. Have I tried an yeah, I mean, I'm trying. But yeah, I mean, I very briefly had the blue snowball on, and it had some issues, but it wasn't as bad. Now, what in the world has happened? Oh no. I think I've got some high clouds coming through here. See? Well, that's annoying. Celestron Explore LT. I mean, there's a lot you can do with just about any scope, really. I mean, yeah, the moon is a good target to start with, just because it's bright, and it would be a good one to kind of practice focus and just kind of get that stuff nailed down. Orion is it doesn't rise until like after midnight, so that's but yeah, I mean, it's starting with the moon and focusing. Let me check the weather and make sure that there's nothing coming in that might require me to quickly bring in my scope locally. Hmm. I always get nervous when, because my all-sky camera isn't functional right now. Or I don't think it is. Oh, it is. What do you know? At one point I thought the camera had been disconnected, but it is working. Okay, that's good. There aren't that many clouds. It's just some really small wispy ones. All right, cool. All right, sorry, back to the thing. Yeah, but yeah, work on the I would try focusing on something like the moon and just kind of get familiar with it, get used to focusing it. I mean, once you get it focused, you really, I mean, if you touch it, it might get out of focus, but really there's no reason to continuously, you shouldn't have to continuously focus it. Hello, quit crying and figure it out. Yeah, I mean, there's been some interesting videos about that. Definitely interesting. QSL card for 3i. Must control Twitch. Stop. Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, it's not too small to look at the moon. Like the moon doesn't require much, and it's, I mean, if you have it, it's worth kind of at least checking out the moon, seeing how that works. Food security airline. Yeah. But yeah, I would try. But yeah, some of those small scopes, they're fine for starting, but I guess it all depends on what you want to do. Like if you just want to look at things, then sometimes those scopes can be fine. The big thing would be darker skies are ideal, because otherwise, if you're doing stuff visually, it's really hard. And then doing things visually can also be like getting your bearings and trying to find things can be sometimes a bit challenging with some of those scopes. But I'm not 100% sure about that. Does it have an app? But it doesn't. Okay. So it does. If it's the one I'm looking at, it you can use an app and do plate solving basically, and figure out where you're pointing, which would make it a lot easier to find things. But yeah, if you're doing things visually, like it's yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. I know there's some people don't like having the hormones in the chicken, but yeah, it uses an app. Yeah, that was always interesting. The study where they showed that people who had birthdays where they were like the older kids in the grade tended to be better, or went further in hockey, because they're they were a little further ahead on the growth curve as they were kids. That's a penalty. Into the box you go. Nice. let's see if this works. Sorry, I'm just still trying to do something with the Newtonian. But all right, good night, Wiley Sight. Thanks for joining. I'm not 100% sure how much longer I'm going to be up tonight. It is midnight local time. Yeah, just past midnight, and I do have some things in the morning. Not super early, but yeah, I'm gonna have to. Oh, nice. Nice. Good night. Yeah, good night, Wiley Sight. Good night, Qubits. Yeah, I think I might wrap it up just because it's like the Newtonian's been frustrating me. I'm gonna try flats tomorrow. I might be able to stream tomorrow, but I'm not 100% sure. You can make a sky camera? That's cool. No, I mean it's astronomy, astrology. No, I mean astrology is it's astronomy, not astrology. We're in Strawberry? Good night, Stephen Fox. Thanks for joining. Oh, autocorrect. Yeah. So the Maggie thing. Yeah, it's oh yeah, sorry, I didn't bring up that. Good night, Stephen Fox. Well, thanks for joining. Yeah, so I might do a live stream. Let me see. I don't know. It's the weather looks here. It might be okay tomorrow evening. It might not. It's showing a little bit of clouds around midnight. But then again, it's getting darker earlier, so maybe I'll be able to do something. I'm really keen to try a flat and at least image some things. If it looks like it's going to be cloudy, I'm just going to be on Discord. It looks like Sunday night's going to be good here. And at Starfront, tomorrow may or may not work. So keep an eye out. I might live stream. I can make a cup of tea. 6:09. Yeah. It's oh god, get ready. So I'll wrap for tonight. Yeah, thanks Cosmic Ray for sharing your scope. Thanks Star Traveler and Wiley Sight. Yeah, like I say, I think I might stream tomorrow, but if it ends up being cloudy, I won't. But yeah, so keep an eye out, like, subscribe, and I think I'll leave it at that. So until next time, have a good night.